Hi guys, Bella is a gem here again with another video, and today, as you can see from the title, is going to be a story time. You guys, you're not even ready for this one. Okay, so basically I wanted to make a video for you guys today, and then I was thinking to myself, what video should I even do? I was struggling for content, and then I was like, a lot of people do story times on their channel, and actually my childhood, there are a lot of stories to share, so why don't I share this one, so that when you guys like it, from the feedback I get, I can be doing more story times and stuff like that. That's what inspired this video. So without wasting much time, let's just get right into it. Okay. So hey, today the sun really didn't come and play. It didn't come to play. Anyways, it's doing me so much justice, so what else? Okay, story time. Story. Basically, this story is about how I got stung by a bee. I was in grade 5, so I was 9 going to 10. Okay, it all happened one fateful afternoon after we got back from school. My little brother and I'm sure you all know him from the previous video. We came back from school. Sorry. Hey, I said no. Okay, let me start this way. How the bee even got to the house in the first place. We woke up one morning, and then there's this beehive stuck in our roof, like at the corner of the roof of the house. So it was there. I don't know whether it has always been there, or it's the bees that created their hive, like their home there or something like that. But we found it there. So my mom told my dad to get rid of it, because like their children are home and stuff, it can hurt us. So he should get rid of it. And then you know how we all generally procrastinate. My dad was like, oh, he will do it. I believe he forgot. So one day, my grandmother, my mother's mother, came to visit from the village. She's Awini. May her soul rest in peace. She's no more. She came to visit. So she was outside, and then she was sitting outside the compound, in the compound, like outside the house. And then she spotted it and was like, this is not like ordinary bees. So like this particular kind of bees, they are very poisonous, or let me say dangerous, something like that. It's not just the normal ones, and they have the sweetest honey. So my mom was like, hey, so why should we keep them or what? Because the way she was saying, the thing had, like, they have sweet honey and stuff. My grandmother was like, oh, if you don't harm it, it wouldn't also do anything to you. But my mom was not like very comfortable with the idea, so she was like, we have to get rid of it. So she then told my dad to get rid of it. Okay, so fast forward, Awenye was sitting outside. My grandmother was sitting outside one morning, I think it was a weekend, we didn't go to school. Then she was just looking at this thing, and then she was like, no, the way the beads are growing, because at first it was very small, but all of a sudden then you see the hive is getting bigger and bigger, and the bees are getting more and more. So she decided that no, this thing has to like leave. That time, so unfortunately my dad had traveled, so she was like, oh, the moment your father comes, I'll make sure he gets rid of this thing. I said okay. So on this fateful day that I got stung by a bee, we went to school. But before that, my mom warned us that since the thing is still there, my dad hadn't gotten rid of it, we should use the other entrance. Like when we are going out, we should pass behind the house, then go out, not use the straight route out, because that's where the beehive is. So we should just not pass under the house, under the bee's house. Do you understand? Under the beehive, we didn't pass under. You go around the house and then go out, not go straight out. You understand? I can't describe it so much, but I'm sure you get the vibe. Like you get what I'm saying. So we usually pass there, but Charlie is long. But fuck crying like tin, pass around there before you go out. It's just too long. Meanwhile, you can just go straight out. So on this fateful day, Bella, we came back from school, my brother and I. So when we were dropped at the entrance, I started walking inside, looking at the way the sun is hot, and I'm now coming to pass the back there. Before I come into there, I said no, I'll just walk straight. My brother was like, don't pass there. I said, oh. Don't pass there. I said, oh. I'm like, oh, the thing cries, there's nothing outside. I think they're all inside. They are not even outside. They're not hovering around the roof, so I can pass there. If I run, I'll be able to pass. And that was the mistake. I shouldn't have even run. I'm sure if I had walked past, nothing would have happened. So then my brother decided to pass the long route, and I decided to use the shorter route, because I mean, laziness is king. So I stood by the door and I was giggling. I was like, no, there's no bee there, let me run. Sister, I started saying, I don't know what happened. Two, not even one, two. And you see, as a child, I don't know whether you guys, if you're Ghanaian, definitely, I'm sure you have done this hairstyle in your life. At least one time as a child, your parents have done this hairstyle for you. It was cornrow. You braid cornrow kakra in front like this, then you braid the rest at the back to go. Yes, I know you know. This one, my hairstyle was, the cornrow was like this and like this, and the small one in the middle. You get, instead of like that together, no, there's a line in the middle, and then you have done it like bakuaha, and then there's cornrow in front of it. You understand? Good. That was my hairstyle. And so when I decided to run, I don't know what happened. Like, in fact, I think that day they actually wanted to punish me. The bees wanted to punish me so that next time I would just listen to my parents. See, two of them, they stung me in the middle of my head, in the middle where the line, the cornrow line, where it lies, all the way to the back. That's where the bee stung. Two, one in front, one in the middle. Sweethearts, ladies and gentlemen, hi. No be small pain, no. Hey, the pain was unbearable. Apparently, when you get stung by a bee, it leaves I think a needle, or I don't know, something sharp. It leaves it in your skin. So unless that thing comes out, the pain, it's like, as I'm talking about, I can still feel. Damn, the thing was, it wasn't even funny. Hey, the pain was too much. So my grandmother was sitting outside when the bee stung me. Started crying. I was crying, yelling, crying and screaming at the top of my voice. And she came to hold me and brought me to where she was sitting. and gave me a small stool and I sat on it. Hey, actually, the way that thing was paining me, I was just screaming, and she was like, I should relax. Initially, we thought it was just one. No, it was two. So the pain, I was feeling the pain in front. I was feeling another one too, at the back there, like in the middle there. But I didn't really like my alcohol. So my grandmother decided to use the tip of her thumbs to press, like, the, as I got stung, the place got swollen. You understand? And then the pin was inside the swollen skin. I don't know if you understand. Yeah. And she decided to use her thumb to press the pin out of the swollen place. Yeah. So that one too was another pain. No, I was crying and screaming. And then she did it for me and removed the first one. And she smeared it with Vaseline and then shea butter. Yeah, she smeared the swollen part with shea butter so that it will ease the pain. Because I said that was it. And funny enough, she asked me that, like, had the pain, is it gone? And I said, no, grandma, it's still there, it's paining. She didn't understand. She was like, she has removed the pain. See, as far as she has removed the pain should subside so that she can use the nguto to just, massage, and then everything will go. But it seems the pain is still there. She didn't get she didn't understand. So I was crying. She was massaging the swollen place, massaging it. Then she realized that another part of my head is getting swollen. Then she asked me, is it two bees that stung me? I said, I don't know. Then she looked down there and she realized that, hey, say too. Hey, my bro. Then she decided she removed the second pin in the second place, and she rubbed it with this thing, Vaseline, and then the shea butter. Not small. Hey, the way that day I was hot, but there was nobody hotter than my father that day. My mom told him to get rid of it, and he kept postponing and procrastinating. That day he was hot. The way they didn't give it to him. My mom gave it to him, and finally we went inside. Like, my grandmother took me inside, and my mom was just like, she was so angry. She was just blasting everybody. She was blasting me, blasting my brother, my innocent brother. Oh, that it's like, you had sense to pass here, you left your sister to pass. Meanwhile, he's my younger brother. Like, what is he supposed to do? Was blasting my grandmother, blasting my dad. In fact, my dad's own was even worse. Hey, my dad was hot that day. So later in the day, he just came out, wore some overalls, covered his head, and then used some stick to get rid of the beehive in the house. And then the rest was history. So Charlie, that was my story. That's my story. I got stung by a bee at the age of 9 going to 10. Charlie, that pain was, I don't wish it for my worst enemy. It wasn't even funny, like nothing. In fact, I cried so much. I wasn't hungry. I think I cried and slept. I didn't even eat that day. It was bad, and I had to remove my cornrows. So because I think they braided it not long. I think some few days to that incident, I had to remove my hair. My mom said, for my punishment, I'll keep my natural hair and go to school. She won't braid it again. But eventually she did anyways. So yeah, I liked it. I like the story time. I think it's cool. Anyways, this brings me to the end of this video. I'm sure you all have similar childhood stories, something that has happened to you that you never forget, and blah 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 blah. Just comment down below your experience. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you are new here, please do subscribe. Like this video if you like the story. I'm sure there'll be more story times to come. There's one when I was slapped by a madman. I think that will be the next story time I'll do. Comment down below if you want to see, if you want me to do that story time when I was slapped by a madman. And so until another video, take care. Coronavirus is real. Stay safe, and I love you all. Bye.